the Tamiya ThunderShot, you never, ever, ever forget your first Tamiya car. Hey guys, welcome back to Tamiya Legends, and once again, thank you for stopping by. So, every one of us has their favourite Tamiya car, and mine, since the day it was released, has always been the Avanti. That's well documented. I talk about that all the time. But I was going to say in second place, but no, probably the number one car for me is the Tamiya ThunderShot, and that's because it was my first ever car that I bought brand new and built myself. Those memories are priceless. You guys watching this stuff will appreciate that, and you'll have your own cars. Stick it in comments what your first full build was. I'd love to hear. I've been sat on this car for a long time. Now, this is not the original car I had, but I've had this sat on this shelf for close on 8 months. I'm going to get really nerdy in this video. A lot of you know I'm a Tamiya nerd anyway, but this particular restoration is probably the most special one I've been planning to do. Again, just with this car, there's so many memories. Long story short, I had other RC cars before the ThunderShot. They were all battered, they were all well used, they had handmade alloy, bits of wood, covered in epoxy resin to keep them going from my dad, and you know, I guess a lot of you guys can relate to that, and I had great fun with those. But for whatever reason, the time had finally come. Christmas was coming, and my mum and dad's like, you know, can I get a new Tamiya kit? And they were like, yes, we'll save up and we'll get you one. Now at that time, I remember looking, and I think it was between the Hot Shot and the Boomerang at that time. Both absolutely great cars, very iconic on the Tamiya timeline. But it wasn't Christmas, it was my birthday, that's right. And probably about 3 months before my birthday, Tamiya released the ThunderShot, and this was this all new design to supersede the Boomerang and Super Sabre. And it was so different. It had these brand new black wheels, completely new tyre set, new bumper, new chassis, and this really futuristic shell, and it just blew me away. And obviously the Tamiya promo vids, I just sat there watching those in the my place back then was Otley Model Sport. A lot of you guys in the UK will know that shop, and it's still going stronger than ever. But that was the place we could go in, and the little screens were on the the counter, and all the Tamiya promo videos were playing. And obviously the ThunderShot was just on a loop because it was pretty new at the time. So we saved up, me and my dad took me, and I've talked about this, and I've wrote in different posts on my Facebook group and stuff, just the excitement and anticipation I had of driving to Otley, knowing that I was going to pick this huge box up and then take it home and build it. And I said those memories are priceless, and it's stuff like that why I'm in the hobby today, you know. I know a lot of you guys will know exactly what I'm talking about. Anyway, that's why it's got such a special place in my heart. So when I got this one, it's not in bad condition at all. Obviously it's original, which was really important, and it came with the dual shock CVA upgrade, which was cool. Unfortunately, the bumper, I'm going to show you everything I've got, and I've got another car to show you and stuff. But starting with this, it wasn't too bad, but underneath the bumper's got a big piece missing. Now, obviously, like 7-8 months ago, the Terra Scorcher re no one knew anything about, and these bumpers were going for £30–40. So I thought I'll just have to hang on, and eventually one will come up, because it generally does. And in the meantime, I've been collecting different parts for it. So what I'm going to show you now is we'll have a little look at this car in the condition it's in, and then I'm going to show you the bits I've collected for it. I've got some super rare stuff, and then I'm going to show you what turned up yesterday from Tony on our group, which is just going to make this absolutely awesome. So let's have a close up on this car. So obviously the body's not in great condition, but there's not many cracks in it, to be honest. It may be something I salvage in the future. I certainly won't throw it away. The front tyres are incorrect for those wheels. They're the Avante rears. But nevertheless, obviously the previous owner must have run them, they're not glued. Let's have a shell off, and then a little driver unit. Now, been painted, but I can work with that. That's in not too bad condition. Once it's painted, that'll look absolutely mint. And then there's the chassis itself, and you can see it's got the old Futaba MC1125 electronic speed controller in it. I've used a lot of those over the years. They're pretty cool, to be fair. Got a steering servo in there, and that's about it. It had a motor in, but I took that out. So this chassis itself isn't in bad condition. Everything feels pretty smooth. I have had a quick check of it, and I believe it's fully ball raced as well. But I've got a brand new set of bearings to go in it. So this is what I started with. Now bear with me on this, guys, because this video is going to start going to start showing you lots of other stuff. But I'll just show you the bits I sort of collected for this. So I wanted it to keep it as original as possible, but there's certain things that I couldn't do. So the wheels I have are Riri, but again, really not bothered. They have to look brand new. Again, the tyres, Riri. So that's going to be the two Riri parts on it. What I also have, because the battery sides were missing from the chassis, so I got a brand new set of those as well to add to it, which will finish that chassis off. I also purchased the A5 alloy part. Now, if you don't know what the A5 is, this is going to be difficult. This plastic piece here is the A5 part. Now, you have two big bolts that go through that and secure the lower arms on. Any slight knock when you're running it against a wheel and it'll snap this plastic. Yeah, but these braces are absolutely brilliant. And this also allows you, if you've got a cracked A5, you can still use it. So basically, pull the two long bolts out, take the two inner screws out, take the plastic plate off, put that behind the plastic plate, and then put it all back together. And then the two main arm bolts are actually braced by this metal. Makes a hell of a difference and just gives you that security when you're running it. So we've got that. Now look at this thing. Genuine, original body shell. Super rare. Absolutely super rare. You just don't see these for sale. I'm really chuffed with that. The car itself came with original manual, and it's in pristine condition as well. But more importantly, inside this manual, oh my word, look what we've got here. The original decals. How cool is that? Showing their age as well. So that's where I got to, and I was getting really close to starting. And then I was contacted by Tony on our Facebook group, and he says, "Do you want to buy this car off me?" So I'll show you this car now. And then this arrived. Now, I had no plans to buy this, but when I got offered it, and my thoughts went straight to the ThunderShot straight away, because just for you guys who don't know, this is an original Terra Scorcher. Now, this was the all singing, all dancing version of the ThunderShot. This one, as a kit, came fully ball raced, front universal joints. It had the dual CVA shot conversion kit already on it. More importantly, it had adjustable camber arms all around, and what else did it have? And front and back sway bars, and that was all standard in the kit. Now, It depends if your glass is half empty or half full of what I'm doing now. If your glass is half empty, you're gonna say, well, you've got a Terra Scorcher with a ThunderShot shell and wheels on. But if your glass is half full, like mine is, I've got a ThunderShot which is absolutely top spec. That's the way I'm looking at it. So we've got this, and to be honest, looking at it, Tony took a couple of parts off that he needed for his mint one, and obviously everything that he's taken off I have on the other chassis. I've had a quick once over of this car, and it seems blatantly obvious to me that this car has not had a hard life at all. It looks like it's had a crash on the front end at some point, snapped the A5 part, snapped one of the uprights, and it's kind of been put away and put to bed like a lot of cars of this age do. So I'm super chuffed with this, because with both cars I have now, I am going to make one absolutely mint chassis. This one looks to be in slightly better condition, but it has got parts on it that I will use from a ThunderShot to make one pristine car, and then we'll worry about what we're left with at the end of it. As you can see, it had been fitted with the original front high caps off the egress, which is mega cool. As I say, front end's all bust. It's got, I'll show you that's the front universal joints it came with. There, lovely. Very nice. Much better than the new UJs that Tamiya do for us now. These are class. So, and it also came with an unpainted driver figure, which is absolutely covered in oil. One of the shocks had worked its way loose and the oil spill out all over, so I've got a big clean-up job. But we've got two of these now. We'll pick the best one to use. So that's pretty much what we've got. And just to finish it off, I bought a almost new set of Riri high cap shocks. Now, obviously I'm calling this a top spec ThunderShot. For me, I love the yellow CVAs, but when I got these, and I got these for a great price, I thought, yep, we'll definitely go with high caps all around as well, which will just finish it off. So basically, just to recap, we're going to have an original ThunderShot, but the actual car itself is going to have a brand new vintage original body shell and decals, and it's going to have the adjustable camber links all around, front and back sway bars, front universal joints. It's going to have a brand new bearing set put in it, and then finished off with full set of high caps. And the last piece of the jigsaw, which I've been saving this for, is a motor that's going to go in it, which has to be the Technical motor. This is the motor I was given that came with the Hotshot and what else was a Subaru Brat. Not been inside this yet, but I can tell by the condition it's really nice. But I do need to get into it, clean the com up and check the brushes, probably oil the bearings. But this is the motor of choice for the ThunderShot, and I just think when all these parts are put together, I'm going to have something pretty special. So I can generally say, hand on heart, this is one of the most exciting restores for me to do. I really can't wait to first of all bring the ThunderShot back to life, restore it, clean it, oil it, get it all the bits correct, and then to add all the sort of top spec bits from the Terra Scorcher to it, and then to top it off with the high cap set and the Technical motor. The thing is going to look absolutely superb, it really is. And then obviously we'll get it out and we'll get it running, probably gently. I raced my ThunderShot on Sunday mornings at our local club, and I used to race against mids, and when I try to recall what I used to race against, I struggle, because there's only a few cars that stand out to me. The Optima mids were there, and the main guy at the club had an Optima Pro, and he was in the modified section. And there were a few Raiders and stuff, but I honestly can't remember what else was racing around. It's such a shame that I can't remember. But the ThunderShot used to hold its own, and as a few of you know, I cheated on a couple of occasions because I got hold of a Kyosho Spa 220 WS motor, which at the time was Kyosho's like baddest modified motor, and I put it in, and this thing was ballistic. But I was obviously in the stock category. And I was like absolutely nailing everyone on straights. Anyway, I got my wrist slapped for that, but I honestly didn't know at the time. Anyway, these memories are what it's all about for me. These were happy times. So I've babbled on enough, but I just think this car for me deserves a big place on this channel, because it's why I run this channel, for reasons like it's all well and good getting all the newer Tamiya kits, there's new builds and stuff, and doing other restorations, but when the car means so much to you because of your own timeline, it's very special. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Leave in the comments what you thought, what you think of the ThunderShot, if you've had one, if not. Also, if you can be bothered, you could suggest what I'm going to do with all the leftovers. Obviously with the arms and stuff, it's going to be basically a basic ThunderShot that's left, but we could always go down the route of doing a Fire Dragon. Possibly could do a Thunder Dragon, although I don't love that shell. We've got this shell, maybe we could make this into a project, but all the paint's chipping off it now. I would imagine that'll strip down not too bad, and we can knock up a very basic Terra Scorcher to just have a blast around with. The wheels and tyres, not so much the wheels, but the tyres are a little bit shot on this. They've been stored, so they're all oh, what's the word when the rubber's going? When the rubber's all deteriorated and it's got cracks down it. But if I could get some foam inners, or make some foam inners, I could probably use them as a runner. Anyway, it's just an idea. So guys, once again, thanks so much for watching, it's much appreciated. If you are new to this channel, if you could please consider liking and subscribing to support us, and if you do that, smash that notification bell for our weekly videos. And as always guys, happy RCing.